Yo, yo.
What's happening?
It's your boy Iggy. We here, we live for episode 2.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Of the YouTube conversations. I'm starting in Chattanooga, Tennessee. If you guys don't know, I'm Iggy. I host Iggy's Loudmouth podcast in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And currently, I'm sitting down with some artists and entrepreneurs all around the city and having conversations about many things, including whatever they're working on in life and what's going on in the world and all that shit, right? So, anyways, welcome to the podcast. This is a special one because I got real life family on this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I feel like them two specifically, I know we had a conversation before we started about individual sit downs, but I wanted them to sit down together because I feel like out of Chattanooga artists this year, them two specifically have had MVP type years.
Appreciate that.
And they did hear that from me. It's been a great year for them two musically, and I feel like they needed to be highlighted for that. You know, there's a lot of talent in this city, and a lot of talent in Chattanooga in general, and hopefully I can start highlighting that more. But not because they family. I feel like genuinely better projects. Some of the best projects that dropped this year from the city came from these two gentlemen sitting at the couch right here. So I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, and then we'll get rocking and talk some shit.
Yes, sir. I am Zan Dretti. Zan Rich Kobe, depending on how you know me. I'm an artist, poet, everything. Everything art is me. So, at Diamonds Make Gold on the gram, tap in with me. That's it.
Nah, talk your shit. Hey, the best artist in the city, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, been that way for a minute. You know what I'm saying? He got it for real.
Yeah.
All the sauce. You know what I mean? Whatever you
I
want.
definitely say probably out of the past 5 years, he got the most drops. I don't think there's really anybody that can argue that.
Yeah, for sure.
If you really keep it.
A lot of work, yeah.
A lot of work. We're going to get to that.
Yeah.
To that.
For sure.
But who you didn't even introduce yourself.
Oh, yeah. No, I just had to show
Talk your
something
shit.
real quick.
Yeah, nigga.
Hey, appreciate the love from you, too. Not for, you know what I'm saying, giving us the love in the beginning, because
Absolutely.
I mean,
niggas deserve their flowers.
we do be working hard for real, and we haven't been doing that many shows, but that's finna change. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the work goes, I appreciate the love and recognizing the work. But I'm Darien, you know what I'm saying? That's also what I go by, you know what I mean, as far as the rap. But a lot of people know me by 3D, you know what I'm saying? Or 3 Dizzle, you can call me whatever, you know what I mean? But, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sirski.
All right, so man, so how y'all feeling, man? It's September. You guys have dropped. I think you got like 4 projects in this year, 3.
I
You
think.
dropped 2 EPs and 3 EPs in the album.
Damn, is it? I think it's.
I think you dropped 3 EPs this year.
Got the
Yeah. I
Disconnect.
think you got 3.
Disconnect's the album.
You Don't Feel Me.
Yeah,
And then I feel like I did something right before the Disconnect.
you did.
It's an EP. Here All Week. I think it's the Here All Week EP.
joint,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this
Yeah.
this past drop was my third this year.
Yeah. So how y'all feeling, man? I mean, it's quite a lot of work. You know what I mean? As far as the output, I know there's a typical pace. I know you like to stay at for the most part. It's funny because you like to stay at a pace, but every time you drop, you're like, bro, I'm retiring. I'm done with this shit. but you have a certain. I mean, it's fact. It's so funny. You about like
God,
Jordan, bro.
man.
Niggas know he ain't
Yeah.
retiring.
You
Jay-Z
know
the same.
man, you
niggas know
know.
they not retiring, bro, and just be done with the process.
I just be having to say that sometimes, bro.
I think that's like a self motivation for you. Bro.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right, I'm out on this next one. I'm out. Y'all got it. And then I'd be like, all right, one more. All right, one more.
Yeah,
All right, one more.
and it's not even like he take time with it. He just hop right back in and drop something else. So
Yeah,
like,
man.
I know you like to keep a certain pace. Do you ever like preload as far as what you think you're gonna do next, or you just kind of like drop the project, then start working on the next one fresh? You know what I'm saying?
So it's really a little bit of both. Like some projects that I drop, it's like something that I had thought about. It could be 2 years ago or however long ago, and then I'll just go back and look and be like, oh, I feel like this is probably the time to do this, because this is the place I'm at right now. So I feel like it's a good time to do it. So sometimes it's like I kind of got an idea where I'm going or what I'm gonna do in this. Sometimes it's like I just jump in, and then 7 or 8 songs later, I'm like, oh, okay, these sound pretty cohesive.
Yeah.
I can drop these.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
What about you, Darien? I know you kind of like just kind of. I think this kind of like work, but do you keep like a certain pace too, as far as like kind of what you like a release pace or like a listener pace where you want listeners kind of have a pace for you where they expect you to kind of be around?
I mean, for me, I really just go with what I'm feeling at the time. I mean, I know that's really what most artists do, but honestly, if I'm not in a mindset to really create music, then I take a little step back from it for a minute and focus on something else and then get back to it. Like, a lot of times I know that may hinder the actual production because I don't have as much work, but I'll step back for a minute, and then when I get back to work, it's all in, you know what I'm saying? And then it's, you know what I mean? It's like that for some time. I just put work in for years at a time, but I don't overdo anything that I do, for real. And as far as the creativity goes, I feel like I can use everything as motivation and experience for tracks. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I feel like I can tap into that at any time. Really.
Yeah.
It's just I don't want to be in a wrong mindset when I'm trying to really create and put out something. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a perfectionist. That's one thing that I feel like people should know about me. You know what I'm saying? I really am a perfectionist. Sure. Like, I take my time with something for real and really cultivate it until I feel like it sounds perfect. And then I'll put it out. You know what I mean?
For sure. Do y'all feel like y'all slept on? Like that y'all the best? The best of the best of the best? You know, they put out the best of the best for Chattanooga Times Press and shit. Best. We should do that. Best of the best rappers like each year. Like a bet.
Yeah,
yeah, definitely. I'll let you answer first, and then I'll give my answer on.
I mean, I just feel like I can't really speak on other people, but I know for myself, I know the work that I put in. I know how much time I put in just with the love of music in general. You know what I'm saying? Growing up with it, listening to it, and then really getting into the beginning stages of being an artist, writing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know how other niggas got into the game and how they started, but I feel like I really did put my work into this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then it shows with the final product of the music. So, I mean, niggas can chalk it up however they want to chalk it up, but I know how good I am.
I mean, it's a lot of rappers here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to call y'all top of the top is saying a lot, because there's a lot of niggas that feel like that, even though they not. There's some niggas that are, and there's some niggas that's not, but everybody feels like that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you should, like, if you are in this arena, yeah, you should always feel like I'm the best, I'm number one, or whatever your drive is. If you feel like you the best doing it, that's what's gonna keep you putting out at a high level and at a good quality level. So I think everybody should feel like that. if you an MC, you're a rapper, you're an artist, yeah, you should feel like uh, I'm the best of the best. Especially if you doing it at a high level, you making a good product. You know, I think slept on. I used to feel that way. To be totally honest with you, I did used to feel like, oh, I'm slept on or whatever. But I think when you focus more on who is tapped in with you, who is listening, who's watching, who's following, and then just start to feed them, it becomes a more fulfilling experience versus when you're trying to get people to not be sleeping. If you just be organic with it, then it's like being slept on. That's kind of relative now, because it's like, as long as I'm feeding people that like what I'm doing, I think I'm doing all right. Yeah.
Do you feel like you are the best of the best though? Like,
yeah, of course. You know, I've been doing it for so long now till, you know, this just feels like it's a lot of fine tuning now, and I think that's really helped my overall product. Like, just being able to say, okay, I've worked on being lyrical, and I rap niggas' heads off. I did that for a while. Okay, now I'm like, how can I keep expanding my game? I feel like it's like athletes. You said like Jordan. You know, Jordan was a GOAT. First of all, when he was hooping, there's nobody better than Michael Jordan. People knew that. But all the time we saw his game get better. Same with Kobe. Rest in peace. Same with LeBron. Like, anybody GOAT, it's just, you like to see them just fine tuning their game. So I look at it like that, and I think that, yeah, that would make me one of the best, just because of the work and the craftsmanship, and you know, and that's something that's personal to me. Just so, yeah, short and long answer, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a heavy word. I mean, you know, like you said, everybody feels like they should be. The reality is, though, you know, the work you put in is evident of that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And, you know, I mean, I think everybody looks at how you rate a rapper differently. Some people rate lyricism. Some people rate listeners. Some people rate how much money. Some people rate the fans you got, all that. So it's just depending on who you talking to.
Exactly.
But, you know, I rate it for like a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Real niggas listening to rap know what it is. You feel me? And
for sure.
And, you know, if you're able to not only produce, you know what I'm saying, but also write all your shit, you know what I mean? And then mix it, then engineer it, then put it out at a high clip, you know. It's not too many people that's even saying that in chat, period. You know what I'm saying? Let alone other places, you know what I mean? I think you got to give a testament to that. So what do y'all feel like it's going to take for y'all to get the, like, I know you say you're not really worried about slept on. What do you think y'all got to do? Y'all got to kick down some doors. Y'all got to, like, perform. Y'all got to, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Battle rap, niggas diss niggas. What a diss record said? What a diss record said? Diss niggas. So y'all should do that.
No, man.
Don't play with it.
He ready. He on go.
I know he ready.
You know how he is.
Yeah, I know he ready to go.
For me, it's like, I guess it's just a visibility thing. Just being more visible is my goal now, and you know what I mean is just in general, just it could be music videos, podcasts, just being visible, and people just want something now that they feel like they can connect with, like, and be a part of. So I think that the more that we can just connect with people and just keep letting it slow burn, I feel like, you know, we'll get to where we're trying to go. Because I can't even really answer that. I've been asking myself that, like, damn, like, what would it what do I
definitely
maybe
think,
need to do?
If
You know what I'm saying?
if you asking me,
Yeah, what's your
this
thoughts?
is the homie, not the podcast. I think performing for sure.
Yeah.
I think, especially now, there's so much going on in chat. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit going on every weekend.
For sure.
If y'all can get kind of, maybe I don't know, maybe once every couple of months right now,
Just pop
show
out.
face.
Yeah.
And it don't even necessarily have to be like, I know, like for me, when we started doing it, I feel like y'all doing some ways as far as like, I've been doing this for a minute. There's certain things I don't necessarily have to do to show face and perform.
Right.
And not to say anything specifically, but I could just put some things together myself and do a show, you know what I'm saying? So like, I think if y'all were able to do that, and you may build like a little local, little showing for that, you know what I'm saying? And let
no
people
doubt.
know. Because I know a lot of people, and at least from my perspective as somebody that loves music as well, like a lot of people receive music live a lot, differently. You know what I'm saying? They able to feel like they're there with you. They can see you.
Yeah.
They feel you. You know what I mean? Maybe they've heard Zan Dretti but never see you before.
Right.
And this is part of the podcast shit. Like people get to know
For
y'all.
sure. Yeah.
But y'all never know. You might have some. I mean, you got quite a bit of listeners. Y'all both do got quite a bit of listeners. So like, you never know who's listening to y'all that hadn't seen y'all yet. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like,
no, that's facts.
So maybe they see, and that's happened to me. Honestly, like I've performed and this person haven't listened to me. It's like, man, nice to meet you, man. I've been hearing you or whatever. And so I think that'd be good for y'all to see, like, maybe I'm not as received. Maybe I am received well. I just had to get out here and see it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree. I think that's a great perspective that you got on that.
appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah. Because I mean, I think like it's a balance, and if you're not like a personality type to where you can be around a lot of people a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like I'm older now. When I was younger, I could do it all the time. Now it drains me after a certain amount of time. I'm like, I can't. I'm drained. Like I'm not trying to be around all these people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like, there's a balance in that. But with the artistry, that's why you can create. That's kind of where I kind of like tell y'all to create your own lane with that. You know what I'm saying? Because then you can you on your own time with it. It's with your own fans. You kind of create the environment safe for you to be good and then perform or whatever in your environment. Whereas like if you're trying to do a performance with like other artists there, and, you know what I'm saying, or like underneath somebody else and you on their timeline, you know what I mean, like
no doubt
that kind of plays into it. But like I said, the visibility is key. You know what I mean? I think
I agree.
Because a lot of people know y'all, you know what I'm saying, and they ask about. I know specifically because I'm your brother, but people ask about Darien music all the time.
For sure.
So like I come, they be like, "Hey, Darien, when he dropped to me. He just dropped a couple months ago. Oh, let me see, Bob." So like, I think just being out and being able to see like, oh, they come out downtown, they cross somewhere and see Diamonds Make Gold or Zan Dretti or Darien whatever. Like they see y'all performing, they can hop in and pop real quick. Because like I said, there's so much shit going on right now in the city, like every weekend, and I think it's even honestly, this might be the first time in a few years where this fall is probably gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be more busy this fall.
I agree.
Than this summer.
Yeah.
Because it was so hot, so it's gonna be a lot of shit. That, like,
people gonna pop out.
Trying to do fall shit. Where it's cooler. So I think it's a good way to close out the year for y'all. I think maybe that's the last little infinity stone. That you need.
I like it. I like it. Yeah. That's it. Put that last one in there.
Yeah,
we got it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about culture a little bit in chat, man. Because I always try to get into this with a chat artist. I actually asked Guy King Jr. this in the first about like how he felt, because he's out of town, you know what I mean, so his perspective is a little different than ours as far as like the community and the the idea of being able to work together versus working apart, and like the competition being toxic as shit. So I wanted to ask y'all because he was like, man, it's great here. A lot of artists work together, and I was like, it's interesting to hear that because you're not from here, so I feel like maybe that's probably part of the reason why. I feel like people in chat feel like other people in chat are threats, which is weird. We're a small city. You know what I mean? Why are we a threat? You know what I mean? Like, we're not taking away nothing from you. There's plenty of space for other things. But how do y'all feel about that? Because we talk about that shit a lot as far as like.
I want to answer this.
Yeah, go ahead, Brad.
Hey, I feel like the culture in chat, as far as the community and working together, from my experience, you know what I'm saying, it hasn't been good at all. I feel like
speak on it, brother.
Artists have hella egos. Artists really be feeling like if they let other artists on stage with them or on a song with them, then that's like a threat to their fans or a threat to whatever they got going on as far as personally, their personal ego or whatever. But it shouldn't be like that, bro. Like, it really, in the city that we in, how small it is, even though it's growing now, I mean, we really should be more like how Atlanta was when Atlanta started. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they was all, even if they wasn't all doing songs together, they wasn't hating on each other. You know what I'm saying? They was promoting each other's music as just music from the South. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like from Chad, especially with artists that's actually, you know what I mean, out here putting in work and that's dope artists. You know what I'm saying? It should be more love shown to that.
Yeah.
And I take responsibility on that too, because I'm an artist and I don't necessarily show enough love to niggas and also women that do music around chat as well. You know what I'm saying? And I should do more of that myself.
Yeah.
So I'm not just speaking down on people, I'm speaking to myself as well. But I feel like the culture as far as support is terrible. And niggas see niggas in public and act like they don't know who we are. You know what I'm saying? That shit be crazy, bro. For real, straight up. Because you be listening to the music. You seen us out many times. We've introduced ourselves many times, but it is what it is. I don't take it personal no more. I just
That's what I was about to say.
keep it low key. And do work. You know what I'm saying? I don't worry about dissing niggas or nothing like that. It ain't nothing about that.
Nope.
We really trying to promote positivity and keep things moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's how I feel about the culture.
Yeah, and to your point at the end, like about maybe seeing people that you know and they may not know you at that time. Yeah, that go back to my earlier point, like about it's all relative.
Yeah.
Like how much weight should something like that hold? You know, if it's 15 motherfuckers that do know you and pull up on you like, what's good, bro? No, hey, I was just listening to this, and this. All these songs. I like these songs and these. I'm like, how much weight are you
putting on that?
Exactly. That's what I had to ask myself too. Like, how much credence do I give to that? Because it's like, again, who am I feeding?
Yep.
Who am I? You know what I mean? Sure. Who am I really doing it for?
And a lot of that shit can be fake. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I learned that too. Like,
man.
A lot of people be showing fake love. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Especially with the podcast. I can't tell you how many people come up and show fake love about that. You know what I mean?
Do you feel, not even to cut you, do you feel like you can tell the difference between, like, when people like, Iggy, I fuck with you, bro, woo, 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 versus Iggy, I fuck with you, bro. Woo. It's the same thing, but
I'm going to tell you what the difference is.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what's the difference. And I have put, this is kind of the mental, I put a lot of work into reading energy. One of the biggest keys to look for in that is if they say they fuck with you, but they're wanting something out of that. So say like, hey, I fuck with you. Let me get on a podcast. That's key. I can't tell you how many say that. You know what I mean? I fuck with the podcast. Let me get on it. Or I fuck with the podcast. You should talk about this. Or it's something they're trying to gain from that.
Sure.
That's phony. If you fuck with a podcast, you fuck with a podcast. Not you fuck with a podcast, you want to get on it. You fuck with a podcast, you try to give me ideas.
Yeah.
You fuck with a podcast, you fuck with a podcast.
I feel you.
We talk about it from there, and maybe I hit you with that. Maybe I'm trying to think of this, or I'm thinking, oh, well, I was actually watching and I was thinking of this. Then you give me that. Then I know you fucking with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you introduce, so that's an example.
The difference, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, like shit like that. You know what I mean? Like they come up to you and it's like, which I'm you know me, I'm all love. It's all love with me. I'm always right. And I'm going to accept anything. But that, I think when people actually look into themselves and understand if that's what they're giving me, if they were able to listen to me and say now like that, y'all need to look at yourself and realize, like, is that really you fucking with my podcast, or is it like you fuck with the idea of somebody doing a podcast, right?
It get deep.
And I'm relatable to that. So that's why you're saying fuck with it. But I see myself doing that. Boom, let me get on the podcast.
Mm-hmm. It gets
It
deep,
get
dog.
deep
It get deep.
You feel like it's people that's. You feel like now because your podcast is gained a lot of ground and traction.
Yeah.
That it's people that's now fucking with you just based off of that.
For sure. Yeah.
And they, you know what I'm saying, they don't necessarily fuck with what you as a person and just how you built it from the beginning type shit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's gonna always be the case. I think as you grow, there's gonna be people that hop on the bandwagon. You know, that's part of the growth.
Yep.
I think yes, and I've learned to, like, you know, and I actually just had this conversation with somebody today. I learned to, like, when I'm out doing the podcast shit, that's me in that element. But the circles that I keep, like y'all, you know what I'm saying, like all the fam, all the friends and shit, that's a different lane. You know what I mean? So I can feel that out a little differently as far as that goes.
Yeah. But do you feel like, and not to cut you off.
No, go ahead. No, you got it.
But do you feel like, and I know we had many talks like this just on the daily, but do you feel like it's hard to balance, like, do you feel like any conflict with yourself as far as the business aspect goes, if you know that this person is only dealing with you for the sake
for the game,
for the benefit, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me answer that. We gotta go to break real quick, but I'll answer it when we get back, bro, because that's a deep answer.
It get deep. That's what I was.
We'll get to that,
Shit get deep.
Hey, y'all holler at me. About to run. You about to see your boy. It's so wonderful. We'll be back. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Iggy. Y'all tuned into Iggy's Loudmouth podcast right now. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see next week. I'll see y'all next week. Peace. We back.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Welcome back to the podcast. So, hop right back into it. The question before we took the break was, do I find it hard to separate the business from the personal as far as, like, how I make my moves? Is that kind of what you was asking me?
Yeah, I mean, do you feel like conflict with yourself, even if you know you strictly doing it just for the business purposes, if you know that this person is only fucking with you for their benefit, or if this person really don't even like you for real, and you may know that, but you still go ahead and do the interview. I don't know if you actually do that or not, but if you do you feel conflict with yourself in that? Because I know some can separate the business from the personal and just focus strictly on the business. It's important to be able to do that in the music industry anyways, because the music industry is hella...
It's not even important.
It's really just it be just business.
Yeah, it's
99.9% of the time.
It's mandatory.
But it's hard for me because I'm real strong on my morals and shit like that. So it's real hard for me to go out of my way, even if it's just for business, to mess with somebody that, you know what I'm saying, comes with negative energy, or that I don't really mess with for real.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
You go ahead, bro.
I feel like you gotta in business you have to be able to, and it's tough. It's easier said than done, but I feel like in business you gotta be able to strike the balance between morality and maybe doing something that could push you forward, push your brand forward, push the homies forward, like whatever it is. And it's tough to do that, but I think it's only because I'm a little older now that I'm able to realize, like, all right, if I can maybe get to a place of where let's just do this for business purposes, or this might be a good look for the whole gang, like good look for everybody. Okay, let's do it. It's tough to do that, you know. I feel like maybe that's what you do. I don't know your thought process exactly, but I feel like you've kind of mastered that with the podcast.
I wouldn't say I mastered it. I am, and I've been open about this. You know, this is outside of normal conversation with this would go, but
Yeah.
I wear my heart on the sleeve. I'm a giver. You know what I'm saying? So like, I had to. It's not even that I had to. It's just kind of you start seeing it, and you have to learn. Like, most of the people you meet, especially when you're out and you're promoting yourself as this thing, because you're Darien, and I want to get to why you want to go by your rap name as your personal name.
Yeah.
For me, like, I actually am good with being able to separate those two. You know what I'm saying? And I've kind of embraced that, to be honest with you, because it helps me do that. You know what I mean? As far as like, all right, I'm Iggy. I'm out as Iggy. You see me as Iggy. So whatever you're getting right now is Iggy. So that comes with podcasts. That comes with music. So I know you're asking me, and these things you're like, you don't really know my intimacies. You don't really know how, my dailies. You don't really know my personal life. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I would rather you not, because obviously you don't care to. You know what I mean? You want something out of me.
And you just gotta protect some of that too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so yeah, I like I said, I when people come to me like that, as far as like, all right, I know they might not fuck with me. I know they're using me. That's when you try to figure out how you use them back. Is it worth what you know that they're using you? So is it worth it for you to go down that road? What are you gaining? Is it something that is going to get me to where I need to be? Then sure, because I'm getting something back. And you're not, like I said, it's business. We draw the line there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest, like that's kind of, I won't say it was not really bad blood or nothing like that, but with the wood shop, I'm cool with Pate. That's a homie of mine, you know what I'm saying? But we had to have sit-down talks about when COVID happened, as far as like where business was going. And it was nothing personal, you know what I mean? Like that's just where it was. And I was happy we had that kind of relationship where we could be honest in a business place.
Yeah.
And still be able to keep a friendship. I went to his wedding and like.
Exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying? So like.
Sometimes you can separate the two.
Sometimes and that takes two people to be able to do that too. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody might be able to do that and somebody might not be able to. I think you just gotta and for you, I think that's like if you're a person that necessarily can't, or like, you wear your heart on the sleeve, so it's gonna be harder for you to like not take things personal when you're like, this is my gift, this is my music. I take it personal. You take it as a business opportunity. I'm taking it personal. This is like, this is my heart. You kind of probably should have somebody get in the way of that for you. Maybe some make business moves, maybe kind of like line up stuff, because then you'll start getting tainted if somebody's not doing that, and that influences your art. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whereas like if you looking at it as like some artists able to look at it as this is a business, and that's kind of where we're going wrong with hip hop, because I think 90% of the fucking rappers now look at it as a business.
Yeah, it's for sale,
as
bro.
Art, so that's the reason why we not getting number ones this year. Everybody sell the same because it's a business. It's not nobody's creative. Nobody cares about the art anymore.
Nope.
And now that's why you're getting all these samples coming around. They remaking songs and shit because those is already hits.
Making the same shit.
So like, we can't create our own. Let's try to remake the ones in the past.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that's most of the industry.
Yeah.
So if a lot of artists are able to do that and able to separate it. So if you're not, or if you like have a harder time with that, it's probably better to have somebody be like, they looking at it as a business. They understand you looking at it as that's your heart, and they able to relay that to whoever you're working with.
Yep.
This is where the line draws. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly. I do think you need somebody to be a catalyst for you on the business side. If you are like an artist to where like it's your heart in this shit, you pouring it out every time. Yeah, you do need somebody to, and I'll say even for me, like I know I said all that shit earlier, like separate and make the two, that sounds good, but in theory, like no, I struggle with that. Like, so I do think it's beneficial to have somebody like to say, all right, bro, look, it's really just look at it like in an X's and O's perspective. Like it's really just like this, and if you do this, you can get this, and it can you need that sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's why you have managers. That's why you have PR. That's why you have people like that. But I mean that's hard. It's a tough question because once you start getting, like when you care about something, you put your heart into something. People don't see the work that I put in behind the podcast. You know what I mean? Like I was up this morning texting Dom. What time was that? Like 8. I was out to 3:30 last night doing the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Woke up at 8. Was going through the shit. So like, people don't see that. You know what I mean? So when they coming up and asking me for a gain, I know that, and I have to protect that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you gotta learn how to draw the boundary of. All right, what am I willing to do for this person? Because I know the work I'm putting in. They don't see that. They just see the end result. They just see the T-shirts. They just see that. They don't see like the background. They don't see the time sacrificed. You know what I mean? They don't see, maybe I'm getting a call. I'm with Zion. I get a call about trying to book somebody for the podcast. That takes away time from my son. You know what I'm saying? So like, they don't see that. So I have to put that in mind when I'm out as Iggy, and I know that they're gonna come to me trying to gain something from me. So
absolutely.
But yeah, man. All right, so let's so man, that's a good business talk.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Absolutely. So ideally, do y'all have like any like venues that y'all want to do in Chattanooga? I don't really ask artists a lot of this, like favorite venues or like places you would want to perform. They kind of taking away all the hip hop shit.
Yeah, I've been peeping that too. Yeah. It's kind of like slowly taking place,
but surely.
But I have been peeping that, and that's unfortunate because Chattanooga is it's a big live music city, but specifically with hip hop, like it's so much, like, and so I feel like some people are gonna miss out on that if venues believe stigmas about hip hop or whatever the deal is. So I hate that. But as far as just favorite venues, for me, Barking Legs will always be.
Why you say Barking Legs? I've heard that from you. Why you say Barking Legs?
Barking Legs is where I did like my first real show.
Okay.
Like first time I ever really got on stage. Yeah. That was at Barking Legs. Like me and the homies rented the spot, sold some tickets, and then just broke the bread at the end. Like, but that will always be special to me for that reason. So, and it's just a good venue. It's a kind of intimate venue. You got a pretty good sized stage in there, a few rows of seats, and for me, that's one of my ones. But shit, anywhere where y'all, you know what I'm saying, want to see me at. I'll show up and sing some songs for you.
Like for me, I have like I have some ones that I would want to like. I've already done some, but like
I got some I want to do.
Where?
What's your spots? Well, I got a big one I ain't say, but go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. I just thought about it.
I want to do Level Up and Israel.
Ooh, I forgot about Level Up. Hey. They got the stage in there too. You could just.
They got the bar in there. They got the games and shit.
The games. Yeah, that's a good vibe. Good
I didn't
vibe.
even think about that.
Yeah, I might need
We
to
could
think about that.
definitely do that.
Yeah, it's right now.
Had Iggy's Loudmouth
I pull up.
podcast,
I pull up.
pod
I pull
live.
up, do the pod.
Yeah, come on now.
I do the pod.
It might be all right.
Might, you know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know, bro. That's actually a good look. I'm sure they I know they've done hip hop already there.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they do.
When the last time I went, because I went one time to support one of the homies, and I met the dude that set up all the shows. He said they be booked a lot of times, like a month out.
Oh yeah,
But
It's really a good venue, bro.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
shows all the time.
all right. So we got those barking legs and level up. Let's speak that into existence.
Let's speak it. And I got one more that I
Okay.
really want us to do.
What's up?
The Tivoli.
That's a dream. That's one of mine. Too.
It's funny you said that because I was thinking.
I
Walking
think that's
Theater,
the
but
yeah.
we could,
The
you know,
Tivoli
The
would be
Tivoli is
crazy.
like real.
You know, and has
Have
there
it
ever
posted
been
up.
hip hop acts at the Tivoli? Has there ever been a hip hop act at Tivoli?
That's a good question. I don't think so. Most of the time, it's McKenzie or
Yeah.
the Memorial Auditorium.
Yeah.
But
That would be
Tivoli would be
crazy.
like mad, like fly. That shit would be so
Very
crazy.
intimate. You know what I mean? You might have a band, but you could probably do the
A band in there too.
Probably do the
Yeah,
band.
man. Yeah, that's
man.
definitely up there for me.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
pick, bro.
Yeah, I
That's
appreciate
hey, if y'all don't to listeners that's not from Chattanooga, the Tivoli is like it's a legendary place. It's like one of the staples of the city. So
Facts.
a lot of legend. Like I said, we've had a lot of legendary like jazz players come through there, country singers and shit like that. But I can't think of any hip hop people.
No, I can't either.
Which would be crazy. It'd be like record breaking. Niggas.
I think we
dance
can
make
do
over
it.
breaking
Come
record.
on, at the Tivoli, you see it up there.
Put it on
Yeah,
there.
Yeah,
you put it on the board.
yeah.
Dollars make gold.
At the Tivoli.
At the Tivoli.
Well, pull up. That's gonna be fly.
That shit would be hard.
That's gonna be all
I should
right.
do a dress code for that.
Yeah, I think that you got to come out black tie
Yeah,
type
that
shit on
should be a
that.
dress code.
I'd be on the black tie shit too up there on stage on some whole,
No, everybody got
on some whole shit coming out just
cleaned up. Yeah,
you know.
Because he did that. What did he do that for? Which one was that for? The album. He did that little like the B sides or whatever.
Oh yeah, that
Wasn't
was
that
at
black
the.
tie? Those are black tie, weren't they? The B side concerts he did.
I don't think the B side concert was. Maybe
It was some concert series he did where it was like at his club.
Oh,
And it was black tie.
That's
I can't-
fly. Yeah, we need to do something like that in general, even if it's.
It ain't really nothing like that going on in hip hop here as far as that kind of element. Most of the black tie shit is like DJ or jazz.
Yeah. Hip hop shit,
poetry
man.
or
I
some
love
shit.
hip hop, man. It's hip hop 50th birthday, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Celebrating hip hop, man. We
Yeah.
gotta start celebrating hip hop. I feel like they
we
trying to
do.
kill it.
Yeah, they trying to
They
kill
trying
it.
to.
You know what's crazy? Because the city's like growing. Chattanooga's growing.
Yeah.
And hip hop's the number one genre in the world.
Yeah.
And they haven't embraced the fact that that's part of growing. You know what I mean? Like if
You gotta embrace
if
that
you're
too.
bringing in people from California, New York,
Yeah,
all
man.
these places, Colorado, like
Yeah.
they coming from like if they coming from LA, hip hop is part of LA. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah,
there's
for
plenty
sure.
of people that come in here that's gonna be looking for that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So and if you're not able to provide that just because there's these undertones you don't want to keep, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Then that's I would like, and we'll get back to, especially I don't know when the next mayor run is. I'm pretty sure it's coming up soon, but I'm gonna try to like do interviews with the mayor
Hey,
again
let me know, man.
and try to like
that was very interesting.
yeah,
to
because
get
I
his
feel
take.
like I'm gonna kind of talk about that a little bit more because I think there needs to be an openness to the arts here a lot more, specifically with
Yeah.
that.
I feel I agree. Number one, and number two, I feel like we all should be taking responsibility in that as well. And I mean, I know
Definitely.
people personally that are willing to do that and are doing that, just like you are. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's people that's out here really trying to get the artists paid for actually performing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And actually opening up these venues for the artists to come in and perform. You know what I'm saying?
For
So,
sure. And
shout out to those people.
Yeah, I was.
You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking
shout out
that.
Zoe Boyd.
Yeah,
Shout out Zoe. I'm
Shout
trying to
out
get Zoe on
everybody.
the pod too. I talked to her already.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
She having a
what
hell
she
of a
gotta
year
do.
too. Zoe's
Yeah.
having
She
a hell
is
of a year.
killing it,
Nightfall,
bro. For real.
all that. I
Zoe's
was,
having a hell of a year.
yeah.
She just did Nightfall. Then.
That's what I. Yeah.
She's having a hell of a year too, man.
Killing
Probably,
it.
I ain't gonna cap, bro, and I hate to keep doing the competition shit, but Zoe got, if not the best, one of the best voices in the city.
Yeah, she can really
I don't
sing.
think that
Like
is
it's
really
It
crazy.
ain't even really no competition.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think that's really argued.
Like-
And I think now that she's doing Nightfall and bigger
bro.
shit like that,
Yeah,
you know, people able to see it.
that's it.
Can't wait to talk to her about that because to see her growth in the past like 3 or 4 years has been crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely. She's killing it. She is killing it.
Man, you need to get Zoe on the. You might get Zoe on the next project, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I agree.
I haven't heard-
I need that.
Have y'all
I need a
done something
feature.
together yet?
No.
Yeah,
That's-
that needs to happen,
It
my
does.
boy. What are we
yeah,
talking
I know,
about?
I know. Let's make that happen. We're gonna make that happen on the next project.
Yeah,
then.
what are we
I'm,
talking?
I'm with it.
Zan and Zoe. What? Come on, man.
Hey,
That shit will be crazy. I might
some
need to do
good
like a little
marketing.
3-song,
Little
EP on that. That
Yeah,
shit
hold
might-
on. You might
that
be
shit
on to
might
something.
slide.
Hey, if you see this, Zoe, tap in.
Tap in, Zoe.
All right.
That's gonna be.
You killing it. She having a crazy run
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
She having a hell of a year.
for sure.
Who else y'all think having a good year?
It's a lot. I'm trying to think of some. That boy K, for sure. I've been tapping in with bro. He got crazy projects out. Like, I definitely think he having a crazy run. Quattro Cinco, for sure.
Yeah, get you.
Cinco.
Yeah,
Cinco been doing his thing.
for sure. Cinco grams.
Yeah.
For sure, man. Man, I'm trying to think of a few more people. It's a lot, man. It's really a lot going on, man. I see like,
Shout out to Jordan.
yeah, man. Shout out to Six.
gang.
My boy Six is doing his thing.
Of course, go okay.
That's gang, so that go without
He
saying.
be
But
putting in work with the performances. You know,
Yeah.
Oh,
he been-
yeah.
He been
Yeah.
doing
always
the,
doing shows.
He been
Man,
doing the
definitely.
What's the names? Woodenlinger.
Oh yeah,
yeah, been
kill
killing
them
it.
every
Clout
time.
traps.
Every time.
Yeah. Do y'all think clout traps actually like help? Do y'all think it actually like helps the artist?
I think it helps. What do you mean help? Like
Like do
before
y'all
I
think-
answer.
Do y'all think like does it help in the ways that it would expect to help? Like if you were to perform for Clout Trap as an artist, what would you expect to gain from
I
that?
would say something.
You go ahead.
Go ahead. bro.
I mean, I feel like we did have. We talked about this probably a little bit before, but I feel like as an artist, if you're gonna do something like Clout Trap, which is if you don't know about it, it's more like a competition based event for the artist. You may feel some type of way about how it could be ran or whatever, but it really shouldn't be about that. If you're the artist, you should just be going to just perform and get your name out there and let people hear the music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the result, if they choosing a winner or whatever, is gonna be subjective and all that anyways. You
Absolutely.
just gonna have to
Yeah.
Absolutely.
do your thing, which is why I appreciate Jordan every time he do it. Cause
Yeah.
I mean, whether he win or not, he put his all into that shit, and the crowd be
Killing it every time, bro.
If it was up to me,
Like,
he'd be winning that shit every time.
yeah.
But, I mean, it is what it is. So
I think it can help, and kind of just to touch on your point. Yeah, I think it can help with the exposure, like regardless of the outcome for you, if you win or whatever place you come in on the competition. I think exposure is good anytime. So I think it could definitely help in that way, even if you didn't, get the video or get put on Power 94. You could just keep showing up and keep like just adding that to adding that to the buzz that you building and
Yeah,
what you building for yourself. So I think it's really about what you take from it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Like,
Yeah, I always tell people like they gonna go do it. You know, use it for yourself. Use that opportunity to practice. You know, get on stage.
yeah,
Get a feel of the stage. There's gonna be times where there's gonna be 2 people that's vibing. There's gonna be times where it's 50 people that's vibing. You know what I'm
facts,
saying? So,
facts.
you just gotta kind of take it for what it is.
Yeah.
Practice. Your breath control, all that shit you need to be focused on.
Yes. Yeah.
Make sure, like Jordan probably does, make sure the set, you are good with the set. You know what I mean? If you good with the set, the people receive it.
Yeah.
It's not in your hands who wins. You know, who knows what's going on behind that? Could be politics. Could be people brought 60 people with them and knew that they was gonna get 60 votes or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So that's how you control. The only thing you can really control in that situation, and this goes for anything, because there's a lot of competition based shits all around the country. You know
No doubt, no doubt.
Just look at it as, all right, this is me practicing, get my shit together.
Yeah.
For when I'm able to do shit for real, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get to the point to where I'm touring, get to the point to where I'm like running my own venues, running my own thing. So because running your own venue, that's a lot that goes behind it other than just performing, you know what I mean? Like running your own show. So
yeah.
You want to be good on stage. You want to be good on stage. So the logistics you can just do. You know what I mean? The stage is nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Well, yeah, I haven't asked anybody about that as far as cloud track goes.
That's a good
It's
question.
been going on a while now. And,
Shout out to C. Grammy.
But I have been thinking, like, you know, where's that going for artists in the city? You know what I'm saying? Is it just kind of like, is it just for the clout? Is it just for the name, the clout trap, or is it actually like pushing these artists and making sure they get to where they need to be? Because I feel like when Chattanooga Hip Hop Summer comes up, I feel like clout trap should be a big component for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't feel like it is. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're gonna do shit like that, it needs to really be, you know, highlighted. And especially 50-year hip hop. You know what I mean? Like,
telling you, celebrate hip hop.
It's a big year for that. You know?
Yeah.
So, well, anyways, man. So let's get back to y'all. We'll talk about what y'all got going this year as far as the rest of the year, and then we'll wrap it up, man. Any more works dropping? Anything coming? I know y'all in the lab, so don't sit here and try to cap. I know both y'all in the lab.
I am retired.
Here you go.
I'm currently I'm on a brief retirement. But no, I do actually have one more project that I'm working on for one more solo project that I'm working on for the end of the year. The Gold Plus 3 album. Ooh. And yeah, that's, if you know what y'all know, that's been in the making for a long time. Yeah. It would be the last installment of that series. And I just feel like, again, like it's time to really work on like an album. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at it as like a debut for me. Mm-hmm. As far as the quality and the tier of music that's going on there, yeah, it's like a debut for me. So that's what I'm working on right now. And we got a lot in the works. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Well, first of all, we got a joint project coming up.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
30 for 30.
Yeah.
We just both recently turned 30 in January this year.
Yeah.
So, with us being 30 years old now, it's a lot of shit that we got to talk about. It's a lot of shit that's been happening, and yeah, we got that coming. I got a solo project coming as well.
Yes, sirski.
Room service, you know.
Yeah.
I've been cultivating that for a little minute.
Letting it marinate.
Yep. Got some heat on there.
Mm-hmm.
But this 30 for 30 is probably coming out real soon. So
yeah,
I want y'all to keep y'all eyes appeal for that because we coming hard on that for real.
For sure, man. Good raps.
For sure.
Good raps always.
Can't wait. Where can people find y'all shit at?
So right now you can find Zan Dretti on all streaming platforms. That's Zan ZANDRETTI on all streaming platforms as well as SoundCloud. SoundCloud is where my latest project, You Don't Feel Me, is streaming. It's streaming there exclusively for the moment. Just feeding the people that been feeding me. Feeding it, so it's there for now, but we'll be on DSPs soon. But anything else that's out, you can find it on the DSPs and SoundCloud. So everywhere, pretty much. YouTube too.
Shit, you can find my music. Well, you can find me on social media under dmgdarien. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty much on all social media.
Yes, sir.
As far as the music goes, you can just find it under Darien. Some of it may be on SoundCloud and not on DSPs, but I'm working on getting everything over to DSPs. So, but yeah, stay tuned.
All right,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Love y'all boys, man.
Much love, bro. Hey, appreciate you having us on the show too,
man.
bro.
And y'all make
Much
sure y'all
love.
tune in the next drop, Iggy's Loudmouth podcast. You got the
Yes, sir.
Spotify, subscribe, $2.99 a month.
Tap
All
in.
these episodes will be on YouTube, but if you want to listen to them on Spotify, it's gonna be exclusive on subscription. So make sure y'all tune in for that.
Yep.
Got a
Paywall
couple
time.
episodes coming this week, and I got Mental Health Monday coming tomorrow.
Right.
Love y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.